Hey everyone, Brian here. Okay, it's time to start on getting some of this stuff ready for winter. Unfortunately, most likely this will not be extended or the front end done before the winter. I was actually considering putting the plow on it if the transmission doesn't work out in the GT6000. The plow will bolt straight onto this tractor. Just take off the front bumper and put some chains and wheel weights on, which I do have both that will fit these 20s. These 10 by 20s. And I know a lot of people say, oh, don't plow with hydro. I don't care about this transmission anyways, so that doesn't really bother me too much at all. Really, the only thing I plan on getting done on this weekend, I want to put the battery tray and battery box in it. I have no idea what that great big boom was. Almost sounded like a gunshot, but I don't think it was. But anyways, get the battery tray in it, and the drain line for the battery tray and the tie down all in this tractor. That won't be too bad. It's missing both the tie down and tray. I wish I kind of knew that beforehand. I could have negotiated a little bit differently on the price, but I can't really complain about the price of this tractor. The guy did deliver it over 2 hours, so that wasn't too bad. So there were other models like this around here, even for cheaper, but they're being snapped up left, right, and center, and could never get one, and could never really get one to be delivered. Because at the time when I got this, I had no way of going to get it, so I can't really complain about this tractor. It's pretty good. So moving on, I do have plans to cut this chassis right here in half. After thinking about it, I'm not saving any of this right here. The dash is being saved. The dashboard's actually going on to the truck. It's a nice plastic dash, not a lot nicer than the dash that's in there, and get rid of all the one pug shit that's on there. So this here is going to be cut right around here. Basically, when I take this dash off, I'm going to figure out right where it needs to be cut, and I'm going to cut it right at basically at the front edge of this plate right here. And then the new frame rails are going to go from the front transmission supports all the way up as far into that tractor as I can get. I don't know if I'm going to get that frame extended though before the winter. We'll see. I might try and get the rear frame done. Since I have the truck and I have this, I don't really have to do the four-wheel drive conversion first. I can extend the frame first. It's really his preference, whatever I prefer to do. But that there does need to be converted over to gear drive at some point fairly soon. If I get a chance this weekend, and Monday's a holiday, it's Thanksgiving weekend, I could do the conversion to gear drive. I don't believe we have anything planned for even Thanksgiving this year, so that is still a possibility. That might get done on that, but that's not really my top priority right now to do that. Moving on, my studded snow tires. Quick update on these. They're surprisingly still holding reasonably well. That one has lost a little bit of air. This one has lost about the same amount. Not too bad. They're not sitting flat on the ground. So that's the main thing. They're not sitting flat on the ground. They are still holding air. And I know a lot of the haters are probably hoping I'd fail on that, but hey, they're a success. They have worked out really, really well. I gotta get the shifter cover on this. I want to try and find a gear drive shifter cover. I only have the hydro one. So SSG Hick, I did messenger you through Facebook, but if you see this video, I need 2 of these covers right here for gear drives with the with this body style. Yeah, this is the hydro one. I need 2 like this gear drive. If you can help me out. If not, I gotta go to eBay, which I don't really want to do. I'd rather help out a fellow YouTuber before I help someone's pocketbook on eBay. Anyways, the diesel, I might have to sacrifice my my upright supports for my rear rack to get the transmission in. I don't know yet. I'm gonna have to take a look at that. I'm just looking at the transmission mounts because when I took out the other transmission. Okay, this is how I pulled the transmission out of the ST16. Since I didn't want to mess with these 2 bolts on each side at the time, they're pretty rusty, and the last thing I really need is them to snap off. I just unbolted the actual plate, but I don't know if this plate here will match the GT6000 or not. So if anyone out there knows for an exact, if that matches right here, if this plate here matches on the GTs, going from the older to the newer. So I know that does have a bolt-in mount, I do believe, to hold the transmission. I don't think the transmission is bolted straight to the frame. I believe there's a secondary plate like this here, and then that bolts to the transmission. Also, this one here has the belt guide on it. My other one's missing the belt guide. So that's another good thing about this one here. I don't know why that one's missing the belt guide, but I don't know if it's the correct size pulley yet. I'm pretty sure this is the same size pulley that's on the other tractor, hopefully. And really, the only other thing I'm thinking of that will need to be replaced is the shifter. So most likely that will need to be changed out. I also got to check the fluid in this transmission as well. If it's milky, it's going to get replaced. But if it's clean, I'm not going to bother with it. I know I lost a little bit of fluid getting it pulled out, so I'm going to have to put a little bit back in. That's not a big deal. So on the truck, this is the new rear fender that's going on the truck. Not maybe that seat, maybe not that seat. I don't know yet. I'm taking my good seat off there. I finally got a good shifter cover for one of these fenders for a 6-speed, so the Hydra one can finally go away. So this fender, the hood's underneath. Hopefully that hood's not getting scratched. It's actually sitting on that. I think it's at 11 horse. I don't really remember what that engine is. It's either an 8 or 11 horse. The engine that came in the ST16. So that hood will be going on there. Like I said, getting rid of all the one pug shit that's on there. Don't want that on that tractor anymore. Lot cleaner front end, the newer style front end, and it's basically gonna make that tractor look that much better. Basically, the front, the paint's peeling so badly up front. It's time for that to be replaced. I had nicer hood for it, but since I have this stuff here, which is a lot nicer, and it's complete with the shifter piece and it's the correct gas tank, I might as well use this stuff. So, but again, that's not being changed over for a while. I might do the rear fender and do the footboards, the rockers I call them. But everything else can stay for now, because there's a lot of wiring underneath the hood to deal with, in replacing the dashboard. So, also I might swap over the wiring harness from this one here. I don't know yet, because this one has a little bit different switches set up. It has the headlights are controlled through the switch. That one there has a separate headlight control. That's really the only difference between them, is the headlight switches, and other than the more modern dash and the look. Also, this piece here will be swapped over as well. It's a lot cleaner, nicer, and so on and so on. So I think I've covered pretty much everything. This is what I'm hoping to get done. Hopefully it doesn't rain. As long as the weather holds out, but even if it's raining out here, I gotta get this transmission done. Not this transmission, the GT's transmission. So no matter what, that tranny has to come out and the new one has to go in. So that's pretty much it. Also, side note, I think the fluid in here should be okay, because this thing, like I said, sat out for like 3 to 5 years, if not longer, with no cover, and the transmission was just sitting out. So I think that the tranny oil should be okay in there. I did initially look at it a little bit, and it didn't look too bad, so we'll see. We'll have to go from there. We'll see. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always. Quick shout out, there is Emily Loves Her Dogs in her Snow Dogs sweatshirt. As you can see, Shiloh, Shelby, Oakley, and Memphis are all on there, all 4. Oh, we don't know. But anyways, go check out Emily's channel, Snow Dogs, so on and so on. So I'll talk to them later. Please keep it redneck like always, and please keep on coming.